And like I said, it's unfortunate that I see this happen time and time again from black women of color. Hey y'all, welcome back to Just a Girl Talk. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new, be sure to subscribe, turn notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So I'm not sure if you guys are following me on TikTok, but I'm gonna drop the link below so you guys can check out my TikTok and follow me over there. And everything goes down on TikTok. I feel like you don't even need to watch the news. You can get all your news and sources from TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. Like, what do we need the news for? What do we need the news for? And the latest TikTok news that I came upon today, because I'm not really familiar with all the TikTokers and the big influencers. I kind of follow who I like, you know, and I kind of stay in that bubble. But I also want to be informed about what's happening to be able to speak to you guys about different things that are relevant to us as women. And I came across this interracial couple. Their page on Instagram, their page on TikTok is Kween and King. And it's a black woman and a white man, and basically they are, you know, a TikTok famous couple, interracial couple who, you know, it appears that she's a well-kept wife and her husband takes good care of her and she doesn't have to do anything. Like, kind of just giving the idea that black women go to date and marry white men because they are better providers and, you know, love and care for their women and give them a soft life to live. But basically it came out yesterday that the wife went on TikTok live. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but she went on live and decided to share all their business about what's happening in their life, that she's been lying to everyone about the way that they live, their lifestyle, that she pays the bills, she bought the car, she bought the house. All of these things recorded on live and humiliating not only her husband but herself. Well, let me take that back. She was trying to embarrass her husband, but she really embarrassed herself, and I want to talk about that. But before I do, I'm gonna share the clip of the lie that I received, and we can talk about it after.
Down deposit on our house. Let's not pretend that I'm not the one that paid for the Range Rover. Let's not pretend that I'm the one that paid for this whole fucking life that we live. Let's not pretend that. Let's not pretend. Let's not pretend. Oh, okay. Let's not pretend. Let's just be very, very real. You told me to put it on live, so I put it on live. So, and then you want to start talking about a glass of wine, and then you want to start saying, oh, are you not going to talk? After I was just sitting here silent before we even got on live. I've been not talking. I've been not talking. I've been not talking. So what are you talking about? Oh, okay. That's not pretend.
So you heard, right? You heard her say that she pays all the bills and, you know, she's exposing him and she hasn't been talking, and let's keep it real. And it's unfortunate. It's really, really unfortunate that when we argue with our partners, when we get upset with them, we decide to go on the internet. And I don't know if we are thinking about the long-lasting effect of that. Whether you are a big creator, a big celebrity, or just a very normal, average person living your normal life. But when you open the door for other people to now make their own conclusions and their views on your partner, and you're the one who did it, that has to suck. And I had to learn that early on in my marriage, like talking about my husband or saying things about him when I was upset to my family, to my mom or whatever. I'm going to allow them to open the door to then feel the same way about him based on what I've said. And that was not my intentions. But once you tell people about your partner, they're going to make their decision to view them the same way because they love you. So then you go on the internet, billions of people who are waiting for you to expose the truth because they don't even believe it's true anyway. And then when you do it, they are preying on your downfall. But I'm going to also insert the video of her basically saying that she's tired of people talking about it and she's getting frustrated. But it's like, how are you frustrated, sis? You did it. So I'm going to drop that clip as well, and we can come back and discuss that.
You guys are kind of annoying me with like all the talk of my husband being broke. If you want to do your own just like quick research, then you'll find out that my husband owns the home that he purchased for us, $500,000 house. And if you are aware with the home buying process, you know the underwriter do not play about having that money, 2 years at least of that money shown on paper. That's why I am not on the home loan, because I didn't qualify actually at the time, and I am on the title. My husband bought me a house. So I know some of you guys are unfamiliar with the home buying process, but if he was broke, then he would not be able to buy a house. That's why, again, I am not on the home loan, but I am on the title. The title is the owner of the house, and the home loan is who is responsible for making payments, because the underwriter sees that they're able to do so. So my husband is on the loan, and both of us, my husband and I, are on the title. So again, he bought me a house. So just stop with like your husband's broke stuff and you're taking care of him. Me and my husband were in an argument, and I was drinking and emotional, and I said whatever I felt like saying to make him upset. Was it right? No. Should I have not done it publicly? Absolutely. But like just dead like your husband's broke stuff. I got so many black men in my inbox right now talking about your husband's broke and you're taking care of a white man. We both make 6 figures. So try again, my love.
So again, how are you tired? How are you bothered and annoyed that people are talking about it? She wrote in this long caption basically saying that she did say it. She was drinking. She was upset. She would never date a broke man. But again, the history that I've gained from the couple is she used to be a stripper. He came in, started taking care of her, loved her son, and just provided a good life for her. And then now it's like, oh, forget all that. I don't care. I'm here to embarrass you, let you know that I don't need you. And it's just like, it's so unfortunate. And it's not even about a race thing, but I do want to make it very clear that unfortunately we do find this being the norm of how black women navigate when we get upset with our partners. When they piss us off, when they frustrate us, we go low. And as a wife, if you are a wife or you want to be a wife, you have to learn to have compassion even when you're angry with your partner. Have compassion. And it can be hard because you get upset, you're in the moment, you're saying anything, and you're not intending to say anything, but you do. And I've also learned too that even though you're not calling someone out their name, or you're not, demeaning them in a cursing them out type of way, you can still be disrespectful to your husband or your wife just by the way that you're talking to them, yelling at them, cutting them off. I'm learning this and have been learning more of this and trying to do better with not cutting my husband off, or just there's still ways that you can be deemed as it's not respectful without it having to be a curse out. And a lot of black women feel like, well, I'm not disrespectful because I didn't curse you out, but that doesn't mean that it still wasn't disrespectful. I find that we have a hard time being able to agree to disagree, or learn how to control our emotions and not let it come out in this angry, malicious, evil manner, because that's what it turns into, something that is very vicious. And again, what does that say about you when people now look at you some kind of way? Because you've basically told the world that you take care of a man. Now you got to deal with that. And even if it's not true, because she's saying that it was all lies, it doesn't matter. That's what people are going to think now. They already probably thought like, oh, she probably lying. Now that you said it, oh yeah, nothing you can change. No, nobody can take that back. And thinking about his world, what he does for a living. Well, look at how you've exposed him, or look how you're going to make him look now. Do we care about that? Do we care about how our partners represent us and we represent them? And I don't think that we as women, especially black women, are conscious of that or care enough about that. You have to be able to recognize when you need to slow it down, take a minute, and not take the bait to just lose all control, and what you say today can affect your family for the rest of your lives, or what you do can affect your family for the rest of your lives. Especially in this internet world. It is rough. It is very rough. And I almost feel like for her, you might as well not even waste your time trying to prove yourself, or it don't matter. These people are vicious. So you are wasting time. If she decides to come out and keep speaking on it and keep trying to prove it to these people, you're going to waste your breath, sis, because they're not going to listen. They're not going to care. They don't care. Nothing you can say is going to change their minds because you said it. You did it. You did it. And you embarrass yourself. Like we really think that we are intentionally doing it to someone else, and I know that it's still a reflection of you. It's a reflection of you. We have to be more conscious of this stuff. We have to keep in mind that we can only control ourselves, how we respond, not how somebody responds to us. So I know that if someone responds to me in a negative way, I have to be aware of how I respond, because I have control over that. I do. And as women, we have to have more control over our mouths and not just spitting out whatever comes to mind. Hurt people. That's a very real thing. But knowing that in the midst of an argument with your husband, a disagreement, do we want to lose it all? Do we want to risk it all because we're pissed off at each other? No. And we see the celebrities who get on there and expose each other, and you expose your boyfriend, he cheated, you expose your husband. It's like, why? It's not a good look for neither of you. It doesn't do you any justice, because nobody's going to have real sympathy. They're going to be just mean. And then if you stay, then what? What was the point? And this is all just because we're acting off of emotions and we're being very impulsive and irrational. So I really need us as women to do a better job at learning how to control our emotions, to not be so quick to respond, learn how to regulate our emotions, communicate how we feel before we start to blow up and explode. Keeping stuff in is not healthy. So just because you haven't told your husband what was wrong does not give you the right to then lash out and say, well, I've been holding this in. Okay, that's your choice to hold it in. You had a choice to let it out, but you didn't. And then you let it out in this way. And now it's all over the internet. It's all over the internet. And now how do we come back from that? And I believe as a couple you can. With a lot of work, for sure. You can. But then we have to show up online, if this is our job and we have this, this is what we do for a living, and show up and stand on it. Show the people how y'all work through this. But trying to prove that is not the truth, that's going to be kind of hard to do with a lot of these, a lot of these women, for sure. So I want us to be more mindful of our perception, care about how people perceive us. That's important. It's very, very important. Yeah, so let me know in the comments what you guys thought about the clips that I shared. If you have seen or know much about this couple, drop in the comments what your thoughts about them, and just overall your experience with seeing things like this being exposed online. And hopefully if you do things like this, try to stop. It's not nice. It's not going to help your marriage or your relationship. It definitely won't. So let's be kind. Let's have compassion. Even when we're angry, it's important to still be a compassionate person, male and female, for sure. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Again, like this video, comment below, share it out, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode. Bye.